Being completely honest, guys, I thought I was watching soccer in that one. Here's the very quick highlights from the Rams Thursday night football game.
And from 53 out, that kick is just inside. And Cardi's kick. Campbell comes into the game in the backfield. Flare him out. The pass caught and then dropped over the middle. Deebo Samuel, 47-yarder to give the 49ers the lead. And Jake Moody is able to bang that one. Air drive for the 33 and private parts. Stafford going deep downfield, and he's got Nakua to the 16-yard. Operation Perfect, the fourth. Taylor is the running back. Purdy going for it all, and it's going to be picked off in the 9-yard field goal. And the Rams extra rush, and they're going to end the game with a sack. So the Rams, instead of sending
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun Football. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the Week 15 Thursday Night Football recap. And, of course, what a game we did have go on last night in Santa Clara. I mean, again, equivalent to soccer, this was 4-2 because, again, that's really the only way we can compare it to, considering there were no touchdowns scored in this game, of course, first time since last season. I'm probably going to bet it was that Raiders-Vikings game. Oh, my God, that was so bad. But, nonetheless, the Rams were still able to find a way to win. Of course, they moved to 8-6 with their third straight W. Going to their mini bye week before they take on the Jets. Of course, next Sunday at MetLife Stadium, cross country, for what will be, of course, a big game for them to win. Niners fall to 6-8, effectively putting them out of the playoff race. So just put it out as it is, guys. They will be heading to Miami next week to maybe ruin their playoff chances, though. You'll see what they can do there. Of course, this is their worst offensive game they've had in years, to say the least. Outside of that, though, offensively for the Rams, I mean, they were really bad. Stafford, 16 of 27, 160 yards. And I think the best reason to really explain what happened, again, at least for the Rams offense, is the fact, again, I think they just wasted all their points against the Bills, and they just didn't really have a full week to game plan against this Niners defense that was fully loaded. So, with that said, despite, again, the Rams offense being as bad as they were, they still had to find a way to somewhat move the football. Of course, Kyron Williams is a big part of that, having nearly 30 carries, having 108 yards. Blake Corum struggled to really get anything going. Stafford had a couple scrambles. Obviously, Puka had one nice jet sweep. But overall, for this Rams running game, again, it was kind of just a grinder type of game from Kyron. He just was able to get it done. Puka, 7 for 97. Of course, he had the 51-yard catch. Outside of that, really, again, was contained well, getting another crazy catch as well. But, of course, for this Rams offense, without Puka in this game, they would not have moved the football. I just put it as it is there. Colby Parkinson made a couple plays. Of course, that huge third down. Hunter Long was okay, I guess. Cooper Kupp, for the second time in his career, was held without a clutch. Last time that happened was back in Week 10 of 2019 in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Demarcus Robinson also failed in calling a pass, but he was open on one play, of course, early going on third down. Matt Stafford just didn't get in the football. For this defense, Christian Rose, 9 tackles and a sack, of course, to end the game there. One of the better games we've seen from him all year. Again, he's a very good athletic side-to-side linebacker. Show that in this one. Kel Witherspoon stepped up big time, of course, in the absence of Kobe Durant there on the outside. Again, he gave honestly like 4 catches, I think, over the middle, but also had 3 pass breakups, so really good by him. Omar Spates is really turning into a solid run blocker, run stopper. Kobe Turner had himself a night out there. 5 tackles, also had 2 sacks. Got I think 7 or 8 pressures. It was a really good game from him. Darius Williams, of course, a haul in the arm from Brock Purdy as well. Braden Fisk had, I think, 1 or 2 pressures. Michael Hoyt also seems to be a very good depth piece for this team. Only big thing I'll talk about is the fact that I don't think Quinton Lake should be a starter on this football team. Or again, I wouldn't say he shouldn't be a starter, but I think they could do better than him there. But again, he played really well overall, and this Rams defense balled out overall after giving up 6 touchdowns to Josh Allen last week. Of course, Joshua Carter, a big part in that as well, going 4 for 4 on field goals. Then we look at the Niners. Brock Purdy had his worst game of the season. Again, he was just really not good at all. 14 of 31, 142 yards and an interception. The Niners could not move the football if their life depended on it. Obviously, the running game pushed him over 200 total yards, but Brock Purdy did not move the football at all. Couldn't get the ball downfield really at all. And yeah, Brock just overall, again, on those deep balls, just didn't really have him in this one. I think that also frustrated him as well. But when it comes down to it overall, again, outside of maybe that game against the Chiefs where he threw 3 interceptions, probably the worst game we've seen out of him all year. Isaac Guerrero, after getting a big last week, failed to really do much of anything, but he did have a couple of good runs here and there. Debo, obviously, one of his worst games of the season, of course, dropped what would have been a touchdown. He would have housed that play. Of course, he dropped. George Kittle had like a 33-yard catch, something like that, but outside of that, it got contained. Juwan Jennings, again, he's the best receiver on this team, in my opinion, right now. He got bottled up pretty good. Outside of that, though, I mean, this offense just, again, outside of maybe 2 or 3 plays, just didn't have anything going for them in this one. Also, the O-line could not block up front consistently at all. That was, again, another thing there. Defensively, the best they probably looked all season as well. Like the Rams, of course, is there too. But it's, of course, they've gotten all their starters back. Tanalo Fungu probably won't be on this team next year if I had to guess. They don't want to probably pay him too much. But he had 8 tackles. He was very good against the run. Leonard Floyd was good off the edge, even though they didn't accumulate a sack. Obviously, 15 tackles from Fred Warner as well. Jerry Brown seems like a guy who could be around here for a little bit. Dre Greenlaw, obviously, that sparked the Devondre Campbell, of course, refused to play. Again, you can go see that, obviously. But Devondre Campbell refused to play, of course, as Drake Lena took his starting job there, which, again, he very much deserves. He's one of the best linebackers in the entire NFL. But, of course, Devondre Campbell just refused to play, and he's probably not going to be on an NFL team the rest of the year, if I had to guess. Nick Bosa also pretty decent off the edge, too. But overall, this defense, I think, did enough to win this game. Just when it came down to the offense, could not move the football. Jake Moody, 2 field goals, of course, 50-yarder was the long one. Rams were able to get over 300 rushing yards behind 142 rushing yards. Also controlled the clock for another straight week. Again, if we're able to do this against better football teams, that could be a sustainable fact. That again could help us, win these games. But outside of that, guys, that's really all I got for you guys here. Rams defense leads the way in what was a brutal game overall. But with that said, of course, we got the NFL Sunday preview coming out on Sunday morning. Outside of that, though, we got a huge Sunday of football, of course, here in Week 15. That's all I got for you guys here in the Rams and the Niners. Again, I hope you guys did enjoy this game because, I mean, pretty weird if you did. But anyway, yeah. We'll, of course, see you on Sunday.
Home. Lillard, long-range 3, and it's good at the buzzer!